if you really had moments and you really had this relationship that was full of passion and it was full of this seduction, come to me, I must see you now, I have to see you, then you would just spend a night together, or maybe like 2 nights together, and then again you would abandon, you would disappear. This would have created trauma within her that she associate with that. In the beginning, she probably didn't understand that this is the only way you know how to express your passion, and the only way you know how to express your love. Because now we know, when we're healed, and I've explained this to you in previous parts, that men give through their sacral, right? So it's one of the very powerful languages of love for you, and it's a beautiful, when it comes from love, it's a beautiful language of love that can become a channel of love. But if in the beginning, when it was happening between the two of you, you had this magnetic connection, this very well connection, right? There was a lot of seduction, a lot of also playing games, right? But what was attached to that was this separation, was ghosting, was silent treatment, was abandonment, was not responding to her messages. It would have created a horrible trauma within her. Like, we have this night together, we have this passionate night together, right? And then on the next day I text him and he's not responding. I don't think men can ever comprehend fully what does it make a woman feel. Because again, you give for your sacral, but we receive through our sacral. Right? So we've taken your energy, we've literally opened our portal for you, the portal of our womb, the portal of our body, the portal of our vulnerability. We've given away to you your power. When you treat us with ghosting, silent treatment after that, we literally feel like trash. Even women who deny that, it's wounding. We feel like trash. Because we have just given you the most valuable thing that we have as a woman, the connection to divine through our portal, the connection to the sacred temple of our body. It comes from wounding because we shouldn't have done it with a man that we don't know that is going to respect us. But if you then go ahead and ghost us, it creates a horrible trauma. So she also needs to understand that this passion is now going to be different. And how she will understand that, you have to come in with stability, with security, to show her it ain't going to happen again. It ain't going to happen. And to be honest, again, this passion is so powerful between you, this pairing. So you may want to, say certain things, but I would advise to keep it on a level of something romantic. So you look so pretty, you're so beautiful, right? But don't go into desire. I had dreams about you. There's going to be time for this. Focus on really showing to her that you've matured, that you've grown, right? I feel like it keeps coming through. So that you've changed, that you've really transformed. And we have this vulture. I actually want to read through this vulture to you because it was your first cards. For guidance. What do you need to remember? So let's read through this, because vulture is about purging, and it is about dealing also with darkness and with things. I feel like this collective, before I read this intuitively, I feel like you've been waiting for this so long, you've healed, you crave for her, you want happy ever after, and you may be dismissing that there are certain things that needs to be addressed. There's certain conversations that needs to happen, certain things that you're going to have to take accountability, right? Guardian and purifier, essential for rebalance. The vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. Maybe it's also about misunderstanding. Remember what we said with that learning, that you have to listen to each other. Don't jump into conclusions. Don't jump into the monkey mind. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. The vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued. What you thought was a mistake or tragedy is a blessing in disguise. When it's out of balance, it's aggressive and dramatic. When it's in balance, clarifies and reveals wisdom. This is what I'm hearing, you guys, with this vulture. Perhaps there's a reason we keep going back to this sensuality. I feel this collective, you should come in with showing maturity, showing consistency, this is going to be important, because for this collective, the biggest trauma was the ghosting, the abandonment, the, the in and out energy. So you really have to show stability. I am here for you. I am not going anywhere, right? Mature energy. But I feel with this as well, that you may be in a very lovey, in a very hopeful energy right now, and you want to build, right? You want to work together. Watch the previous parts. But I feel you're not too happy to go to certain topics that need to be discussed, to take accountability for certain things, to address the elephant in the room, to clarify, right? But it comes with masculinity, wanting to take accountability for things that you did. And I think that the first thing that will need to happen are these things. Are these things related to, abandonment, in and out, intimacy and seduction, and so on and so forth. So I wouldn't do this day one. I would start with this security, stability, with friendship, with listening, when wanting to learn each other, being curious, how you've been, all this, right? But then I would really start a conversation about, I know that I've hurt you, and I want to talk about this. I really want to understand. I really want to understand how I made you feel, because we need to clear the air. And when we are ready for union, it's a common misconception, and I talk about this a lot. When we are ready for union, it means that us feminists, we've let go, we released, we healed. So we have no resentment towards you. So you are not asking for apology for us to actually forgive you, because we would have forgiven you. But you're asking for apology to show accountability. Because it's such a beautiful thing to really ask someone, I want to understand how I made you feel, because I want to clear the air. I never in my life I want to make you feel like that again. And she'll probably repay the favor and will say the same thing. I know you've been lonely. I know it's been hard for you. Right? But there has to be cleansing that's going to take place relatively quickly. Not like first days, you know what I mean? All right, let's tap into her energy, because I promised to you we would do that. So let's do that. Let's see, where is your feminine? Let's see what is her energy. Maybe it will help us a little bit to give some guidance. Where's this feminine? Awakening. She is probably as divine as, well, if you are in this energy, we lit the way on this journey, right? Really connected. Like I'm also looking how she's looking upwards, and how this beam of light is coming. She would be very connected to the divine, very connected to her mission. All right, look what we have. We have a Free of Emotions. You both had that card. You had that card in your spread as well that we just did. It's a card of reunion, but it's a card of friendship. It's a card of soul connection. It's a card of celebration, right? So I really strongly feel that this is the advice for this collective. That you have to come in showing strongly who you've become, but I wouldn't advise you to put pressure on, let's get together, let's be in a relationship, let's friendship. I feel there may be some, in the physical world, I feel like there may be some things that you will have to figure out, that you will not going to be sure how to do things. Maybe because of your work or your missions or where you live, maybe it's going to be a little bit of a rearrangement of your lives to actually start being together. But you cannot think about this at this point. It's too soon. It's too soon. I feel like what she would crave more is to have a connection with you. So surely, and I think it may cause a bit of that. Remember, we talked about this with this seduction, because you're very passionate, but It's not that she doesn't have passion for you anymore or love for you anymore. I feel that what was lacking in this connection was friendship. And I'm not saying this in a sense that you didn't have, like this friendly connection, because we're one soul. So we always understand each other. We always have, gazillions topics to talk about. But I feel friendship in a sense that she could never rely on you. You could never be that person that she could go to when she needed to talk, or when she needed to, support. We have Seven of Emotions, which is making me feel a little bit like, it wouldn't surprise me, right? But it may be that the moment you reach out, she is very awakened. She is in her divinity, right? I feel like this free of emotion, it also shows that she is in this energy of when she celebrates life, when she only allows people of value in her life. She would be very spiritually selective. She's probably connected to very few people who are her true soul family and true soul friends, right? She is on her destined path with that Wheel of Fortune, and you have that destiny as well, right? So she's mastered her destiny. She's connected to her path probably, but with that Seven of Emotions, we're clarified. But what I'm hearing is that when you reach out, she may be a little bit confused, and that confusion may be a point of insecurity to you, because you're going to go into monkey mind and you're going to start thinking, well, if she's confused, does it mean she doesn't love me, she doesn't crave me, she doesn't want it? No, brother, it just means that you have hurt her many times, and she has moved on, she has healed, she has forgiven. But right now what she wants is to really be sure that you are a different person, because you guys, we are years in this separation, right? And when the masculine comes back, it's not always given that it's going to be union. Some masculines come back, break no contact, right? And then, but they're not ready, and then they move back into separation, they ghost us again, right? So maybe you haven't spoken, you probably had check-ins, right? You probably had check-ins when you didn't speak for like 6 months or 1 year, and then you checked in and it felt like you were different, and then you disappeared again. Another trauma. So it's not like we're not sure, but we just want to be sure. We want to be sure that you've changed. And this confusion, in reality, it also is the, how do I explain this to you? It's like this, it is the embodiment of the feminine energy, because we are the chaos. We're not supposed to know what to do in the physical world. You're supposed to be the leader of the connection. So she's supposed to be confused, right? She's supposed to be in a vortex of her feelings, because it's the true masculine that comes in and shows maturity. So when you reach out to her and you say, I would like to talk to you, for example, right? Because we haven't seen each other for so long, and I've been thinking about you, and I don't want to go on without you. Whatever is it that you feel guided to say, right? And then let's say she responds, I'm not really sure, it's been so long. So instead of going into monkey mind, she must not love me, she must not want me, oh my God, insecurities, boo. You need to stand in your masculine power and say, I understand. Take your time. Think about this. There's no pressure. I would just like to be around in your life. So as you think about this, I just want to connect. We don't have to go deeper. We don't have to discuss. I just want to maybe say hi tomorrow, and then maybe on the next day, and you will ease into it. You have to, for so long on this journey, you guys, you are in your distorted energy. You lead with your ego, with your arrogance, with your pride, with your cockiness, with your bravado. You have to prove that it's gone, because true divine masculine, you lead with humility. You lead with softness, with willingness to listen, with presence, with integrity, with reliability. So if you get triggered because she's not sure what kind of man you are, she hasn't seen you for years, she got literally nothing from you for years. Now you think that with one message and with the horse, and it's probably why you want to do that horse, that white horse, as a knight in a shining armor, because you know that if you do things like that, it's harder to refuse, because you maybe subconsciously know that your masculinity is still going to be tested. Remember, humility, softness, presence, patience. We have been nothing but patient with you on this journey. You might as well just repay us, you know? Just think about that, because it often happens. The feminine, we lift the veil in the beginning. So from the very beginning, we know we go in and out, we're very wounded, but we know from the beginning that you are the other half of our soul. So all these years, it's patience, 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 patience. It's our number one lesson. It's all we hear in our shadow work sessions. Patience, patience, patience. And then you awaken with your Satori and you want to now be a little patient, brother. Now you be a little patient. You have to, tables have to turn. It's never going to be as it was in the beginning because we both heal, but tables have to turn. You have to feel a little bit of impatience, a little bit of insecurity. How does she feel? And she has to feel a little bit of that fear of commitment, of opening up that you experienced in the beginning. It has to happen. It has to happen. Awakening. Sun wanted to come through. You guys, it's like I want to take it and I don't, because it flipped. Did you see that? It flipped, but it didn't fall. It's Sun. You had the Sun, a yes card, ultimate happiness, abundance, good luck, and Four of Wands, union. I'm not going to make it easy for you. I'm not going to take it. Let's roll with it. Awakening. But it's there. This energy is there, right? She might not know how she feels. Look at this. They're not flying. She may be, you know what I'm hearing? She may be just really adjusting, because sometimes our energy is that we take one reaction and then the other person takes a reaction, and it's shifting, right? So it may be very unstable when it comes to her energy. But we have the Tower. Yeah, I feel that you will rock her world, but not in a good way. You will create. Sometimes we really are in this, really anchored in divine feminine, but you are our ultimate mirror. So I feel like you're going to reach out and you're going to create a bit of a tower. You're going to create a bit of emotion. It's like we want it, we wait for it, we know it's going to happen, we trust, we release, we surrender. But the moment it happens, we're like, ugh, what now? What do I do with this now? Help me, mama. Because it's been so long. It's been so long. And part of her journey is to let go. You have to be patient. You have to give her grace, give her time. You have to show true masculine. I say this to you guys all the time. You are the container for the chaos of her energy. You have to be the container. You have to whatever she's going to be. Now she's going to be the crazy one, right? So whatever she says, whatever she does, you have to be the one. It's okay, baby. It's okay, baby. Take your time. There's no rush. There's no pressure. I ain't going anywhere. Seven of Emotions. I do feel it's going to be fluctuating because they're not flying. And we have the Sun. They wanted to come through. We have the Sun. So do not ever doubt. Do not ever doubt that she wants it, that she loves you, that you are that masculine, her happiness, her wish upon the stars. The fact that she's going to be confused, it doesn't mean that the happy luck is on your side. You both had it. The Sun card, the yes card. You're ready. You're ready. You just need to play it right. You need to play it cool. You need to anchor in your divine energy. USA, right? USA. She's going to be confused. She's going to be, when you're going to reach out to her, but she's going to be happy. We're always happy. You guys, whether we're wounded and you text us in the middle of the night, come over, it makes us happy. And then even when we know midway there that we're gonna have to say no, but you text us, it makes us happy. You send us a drunken text that then we respond and you disappear, it still makes us. And in the end of this journey, we don't know what to do. We're unsure. We're a little bit on the fence. We want to see whether you change. We want to take it slow, but it still makes us happy. Just like we make you happy. We're ultimate. Need I say more? You would know this. Free of emotions. But I feel, you know what I'm also feeling? Because it's for both of you. It's for both of you. Remember, you also had Tower and you also had Sun. And this energy, I feel like you're both in a place of life when you are so tapped in and so awakened that whatever happens in life, you know, luck is on my side. It's all going to be good. So you no longer, which is good, because there's always, again, I'm going to repeat this to you. Life doesn't get easier. We just get better. You're now better at this. You're better. I'm hearing this song. I just want to let to get better. Not to, what's the song? Better at love? We gotta get better at love. I love this song. If I remember, I'll put it on a screen. But it's like she knows. She would really trust that even if you live in a different country or you have a job that you're constantly like, I don't know, like on a platform in the middle of the sea, it doesn't matter. Love is love. You're going to figure it out. Life will help you to figure it out. You just have to focus on you, as always, right? On nurturing yourselves and your connection. The rest will fall into place when it's ready. We have the moon and the sun, you guys. The ultimate divine masculine and divine feminine. I hear many things with this. First of all, obviously yin and yang. She would be as well in her yin and yang, in her inner union. She would be very aware. I'm hearing of her shadows, of your shadows, right? And everything that I just said, that life is just not, you know, that there's what goes up must goes down. It's just so she will really want to test this within you, whether it's going to be conscious or not. So is this a man that I knew that runs away when a tower comes in, that runs away for problems, or is the true divine masculine is a problem solver? So let's say, it just in an example, it can be something else between the two of you. Let's say you live in a different cities, right? So if she brings up that, if she says that in like, how do you ever see this? Like right now, you know, I have my life here and whatever. True divine masculine, again, every single statement starts with, don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. We'll figure it out. It doesn't matter. No time, no space can really change our love, can separate us. For now, we're going to make this work. And for future, we'll figure it out. I'll think of something. That's the true man. That's what we want to hear. Not, oh my God, what are we going to do? We'll think of something. I'll think of something. I'll figure it out, baby. Don't worry. Don't worry. And that shadow is on top of that, right? So I go back to, this would have awakened many of her shadows, that you never were that friend that she could count on. I feel in this pairing, she would have felt used, because she wouldn't realize probably in the beginning that you were giving her the maximum that you could. So really just remember, you have to lighthearted, right? Lighthearted, friendship, having fun, laughing, send each other memes and funny videos of dogs and Queen of Wands, yes, Queen of Inspiration. Very beautiful. She's in a nice energy as well. Brother, you have nothing to worry about. She's stable. She is balanced. There may be a little bit of confusion as you come in. You may create a little bit of a tower moment, but she's too connected to the divine, to her higher self. She's on her mission. I feel like these two cards, she would be connected to her mission, to her really that fire energy. I know why I'm here. I know what's my destiny. I feel like you also have to show show that you respect that you wouldn't want her to think that now you want her to like focus on you. Maybe this was also you were a very you person, okay? You got to admit that. Very me, right? Me, what am I feeling? How am I feeling? What do I want, right? We've talked about this. Now you really have to listen. Acknowledge the person that she's become, respect her mission that she carries in life, her destiny, because your paths are connected. Once you're going to get into union, you may worry about certain things, her mission, my mission, her job, her location, where she lives, where I live. Once you get into true divine union, when you're ready, after this recalibration process, right? And I always say this to you guys, there are 3 conditions for union: commitment, intention, and fusion. So once you truly commit to each other with the right intention, forever, ever after, to really carry our mission together, and when you fuse in the physical, so exactly what you want, my brother, you're in union. And once you are in divine union, the freaking cosmos, in another universe explodes. So it's such a power and energy. Everything will just fall into place. You don't have to worry about anything. I promise this to you, okay? I want to do a couple of these for her to close. What's her energy? If there's anything that our masculine needs to know. One more. Okay. With this cheetah, maybe in the past, it's usually the case, but I feel like maybe it was strong for the two of you that she was in her chasing energy, in her chaser energy. So maybe she would usually be the one that would reach out to you, that would propose dates, that would propose meetups, that would really chase, that would really want something from you. And I feel this energy has transformed, and I'm hearing few things with this. So one is that it may be her biggest temptation, right? So just stay cool. So if she doesn't reach out, if she doesn't initiate, don't take that as she doesn't care. Again, monkey mind, but understand that she's no longer in her masculine energy. She won't, that's your job. Chaser, cheetah, that's your job, okay? So that's one thing. Another thing I feel also with this Queen of Inspiration, that Wheel of Fortune, that she has eyes on a target. So you may feel like maybe her life, her mission, it's in competition with you. But my brother, go to my website, Divine Love section, and watch and read about, there's a video and there's a article about divine flow. She will always have to be looking towards your mission, because this is how she protects you. This is how she blesses you in this life. She is the portal to the divine realm for you. So it has to be that way. Our mission always has to be our priority. Always. Right? So it may be a point of trigger. But I was hearing one more thing with this, and now I'm not remembering. But I feel like she may as well, it's like she's going to be fighting not to do this, but she will also want to test this within you, because true masculine pursues, chases. You don't take no for an answer. You do it respectfully. It's what I mentioned. It's okay, baby, take your time, but you're not going to take no for an answer. So if she says she doesn't know, she needs time, the true masculine pops up another day, and then another day, and then another day. Oh, my candle just went crazy, like poof, confirmation. You got to be there with consistency, with persistence, with dedication every day. Not to pressure her, but just to show that you're not going anywhere. It doesn't matter what she's going to tell you, right? So tarantula is very beautiful. This is why I was also hearing this, because tarantula is dharma, is making the right choices for yourself, for your mission. So she's no longer in longing, my brother. And you have to understand that this is a good thing. That this is a good thing, right? She's dedicated to her dharma, but you are part of her dharma, so worry not. It will all fall into place. And with that zebra, you know what I was hearing? Zebra is very eclectic, very fashionable, very, like this person that likes to go to places and travel. So maybe it was something that would always, I'm hearing both attract and intimidate. So it would intimidate you, but I feel like you both share this energy. You both share this energy. Maybe it's something that you should, that you should use to really connect. I feel like you're really going to have to show her that you love the authentic her. I feel in this connection, she had to play small for you, not to intimidate you, walk on eggshells, maybe not wear her best clothes, or maybe not post travel photos, whatever that is. Show her that you love this version of her, that you love the crazy, the eclectic, the travel, the well-mannered, whatever that is, whatever was intimidating you in the past. Show that you love it. All right, I love you so incredibly much. It's been such a long reading. You got this. You're here. You're here.